Yeah, hello and welcome. This is exactly 25 minutes after 9 here in Nigeria. Incidentally, I'm not in Jos. I took a journey because my dad is ill. So I am forced to make this video. And I am making this video particularly for my wonderful Niger Delta brothers. Please, if you are not a member of IPOB, this video does not concern you because I'm going to be very ruthless in today's video. If you are not a radical Igbo, this video does not concern you. Does not concern you. If you are not a member of IPOB but you sympathize with IPOB, this video concerns you. So I have these things to say, and I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to pretend about it. I'm going to say it black and white as it is. Do you know it's very painful that at a point where Nigeria is at its precipice of its worst administration, however, we are here talking about Nnamdi, Kanu, Igbo, Urobo, Delta, and things that are not directly related to the realities of the failed system of governance that we are facing in Nigeria. However, please, you can free to call in at any time. The numbers to call are right there on your screen. Free to call in at any time, because today's video is going to be, please, we're going to say it the way it is because I'm very angry. Very angry. I think in subsequent videos ago, I made a comment that I am in a WhatsApp group where it is an open group. You come in and say whatever you want to say. Bad or white, good or black, just say it the way it is. No holds barred. No holds barred. That is the group. And I've come to the painful conclusion that the definitions I had before, perhaps these definitions were wrong, but I have been vilified. I have been I've been proven right. I have said in the past that IPOB is an Igbo supremacist group. Please let me repeat that again, because today we are ready for fights. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. I'm ready for it. Fine. I said IPOB is an Igbo supremacist group. The Biafran struggle is an Igbo expansionist agenda. Let me repeat that again. The Biafran struggle, as it is currently bandied today, is an Igbo expansionist agenda. Before we go further, somebody made a video to me threatening me that if anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, that I will see. And his reason for getting angry was because I described IPOB as a terrorist group. Of course, IPOB is a terrorist group. And his definition of terrorism is because Fulanis, they tie bombs around their body and they blow themselves up. Allahu Akbar, poof. That one is terrorism. But when you go about chopping off people's penis, that is not terrorism. When you go about gang raping a woman, and after she's pleading, okay, you have raped me, if you want to rape more, come and rape, but please spare my life. You use a machete to cut off a woman's head. That is not terrorism. When you go about insulting people, threatening their lives, that is not terrorism. When you go about burning police station, killing police officers, serving police officers, serving security apparatus, that is not terrorism. When you go about abducting people in the name of transferring that abduction to the semblance of Fulanis, doing what they are doing, doing what you are orchestrating, that is not terrorism. When you go about creating false narratives in the form of propaganda that sends wrong information about people, that is not terrorism. When you go about changing people's identity and forcefully annexing lands that do not belong to you. That is not terrorism. The only definition of terrorism that you have is when people tie bombs around their body and blow themselves up. That is terrorism. So we have different definition of terrorism for the Fulanis and a different terrorism of we have different definition of terrorism for Fulanis and different definition of terrorism for the Igbos. As far as I'm concerned, terrorism is terrorism, irrespective of who is perpetrating that terrorism. We cannot be sentimental to describe what is our own differently and describe what is somebody else's own appropriately. That is wrong. That is bias. Let me block Nicholas Obi. I told you I'm ready for you guys. Let me block you quickly. Block Nicholas Obi. We have no time for rubbish here today because today's video is going to be bloody. It's going to be exciting. Now, I have come to realize that the Fulani's quest to dominate and own the South, is the same thing as the IPOB Biafra quest to also dominate and own the South. Both are using different methods to actualize their aim. That is what is it. Both are using different methods. Please, I am only referring to Igbos in IPOB. But if you want to buy into this quarrel, feel free to do so. If you want to buy into this quarrel because you are Igbo, and therefore when they mention Igbo, it affects you, please feel free. I am ready for you. I am not going to be pretensive about my narration. I'm not going to pretend about whatever it is today. There are very good Igbo people, extremely good Igbo people, but I'm sorry for them because their population is very few. These arrogant ones that think about nothing but their ego are so much. And we cannot be distracted by this strategy of pointing our attention to Fulani's invasion of our land, while you, on the other hand, uses the same method to perpetrate our land. Now, I've been in this group where we've been arguing, and I understand that a great lot of them, one thing I've noticed is that after the war, with the kind of suffering that these Igbos went into, they said no victor, no vanquished. Whoever makes that statement suggests that he wants peace, even though there has been an altercation. Of course, we know that the Igbos were defeated, but the people who defeated you say that there is no victor, there is no vanquished. Let's go back and live peacefully. That in itself is a mindset. It's a mindset that wants peace. That in itself is a mindset that wants peace. So sorry about this. When you choose to absorb aspects of history that further exacerbates your anger or further fuels your anger, and then you begin to feel like a drug. Anger is like a drug. When you infuse yourself with so much anger, it justifies every evil that you do. That is what is happening to IPOB. They said they were given 20 pounds after the Civil War. I made a calculation of the value of 20 pounds then to the value of what it is now, and then try to, calculate the exchange rate of 1 pound to the naira now. I realized that the value of that 20 pounds then in 1967 is 171,000 naira now. So it means if the war had happened today, every Igbo man was given 171,000 naira. Now, and the idea they said that it is irrespective of what amount you have in the bank, it's a lie. This is what these people are good at. They propagate lie. That is not true. The 20 pounds was given to almost everybody who was a civil servant, who was a businessman. You get me? So irrespective of whether your economic situation, it was It was like a new beginning. So take this thing and start afresh. Now, the fact that you are proud, that you are hardworking, you are this thing, it was a survival instinct that you had. After the Civil War, these are people who were just coming out of starvation, were just coming out of hunger, were just coming out of war devastation. So a lot of them, they only need to replenish themselves is to survive. That is where Mumu, okay, let me block this bingo. I have to say them put block button here. You get me? So because that's the only thing that you have to offer. Mumu, idiot, ashawo, foolish man, yeye man. You are so bitter. It's like after the Civil War, you guys just went about how to look for money. So what you just did is looking for money, 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 money. After that, there is nothing. Take away the money an Igbo man has. There is nothing. Please, I said I'm referring to Igbos in IPOB. But if you are not a member of IPOB and you wish to buy in this matter, fine. For somebody to call me and said that if anything happens to Nnamdi, so this is a direct confrontation. You think as an Urobo man, you want to scare me. You won't scare me, a whole wafi picking. You won't scare me. I'll come begin to scare. I don't go come they talk again. You want to bamboozle us for our mouth to close. That ain't gonna happen, man. That's not gonna happen. It won't happen. Just can't happen. You are the architect of your misfortune. You have so much arrogance, and arrogance that suggests that God has made you perfectly. You have everything. You have money. You have money, and then you have money. So much that you have money. Then you have so much money. Then you have money. Take away that money, you are nothing. You have no character. You have no respect. You have no humility. You have no self-worth. You have no regard for people. Nothing. You just have the money, and that's all. There's nothing less to it again. I came from a culture where money does not dictate the extent of your relevance in life. I came from a culture where there are other attributes to life that judges how relevant a man to be, such as wisdom, such as humility, such as ability to give respect to other people, such as having regard to other people, such as fear of God, such as cleanliness, so many other things. But money is not the attribute or the basic attribute that we use in my culture to assess the relevance of people. So if you have a culture whereby money dictates everything about who you should term as relevant or not relevant, you get me? Then that's your own cup of tea. But please do not try to compare your culture with mine. Somebody referred to me as who are Urobos, that Urobos are insignificant. For him to compare Urobo and Igbo, he's an insult to Igbo, that Urobos are not even, you can't even compare to Urobo to the people in Nsukka. It's amazing how these houses can tap on your arrogance and then you feed on it. All the houses need to do, all the Janjaweed need to do. Fuck you too, Jasper. Fuck you too. God punish you. You understand me? All the Fulani needs to do is just to massage that ego. And how did they massage that ego? They carved a small place and named it a region, Southeast. Southeast. And then put one small state and cut it into bits and say Southeast has 5 states. We are seeing it. It's there on the map. We are not conjecturing it. We are not imagining it. It's there in the map. The whole of the Southeast is equivalent to just Delta State alone, or Delta State and Edo State. So don't bandy the fact that he said that Urobos cannot go to war with Igbos. That Urobos cannot go to God punish your papa too. God punish your papa too. God punish your papa too. Eh? As you get mad to abuse me, if I be worried pikin, no. You know here say we know they carry last. You think say we just come here, come abuse me, and come quiet. Your father, go better for you. Look at this useless ewu. That we are not up to this thing. And I told them, I said, this is one mistake you guys are doing about this Biafran nonsense. You think If you have this Biafra, let's assume, I know Biafra will not come. Biafra is a pipe dream. Biafra is a waste, just a waste of effort. Biafra is a cost name that the devil have used just to be sucking Igbo lives. The more you keep shouting Biafra, 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 the more they'll just be eliminating your lives. Yeah, that's just it. It's a drug. And you know drug, when you're addicted to a drug, the more you take it, the more you want it. So you just be shouting this Biafra, Biafra. Since 1967, innocent Igbo lives are being lost. Till today, they are being lost. Tomorrow, they will still lose, all in the name of one name that you have refused to let go. You said it's a necessary sacrifice. Why are you not sacrificing your own life? If I was Nnamdi Kanu, as I know that I am being caught and I'll be brought to Nigeria, I will have a cyanide. At least we watch movies now of terrorists. They hide cyanide in their mouth. As soon as they know they want to be arrested, they bite it. So you don't catch me alive. If this man had done that, I would have been the first person to. But for you to allow yourself be caught like any other person, the mystery behind you has been nullified. This is why I like the Hausas. They don't shout, they don't talk. This idea of trying to catch Nnamdi Kanu has been there in the pipeline, but you not hear it. Do you know that they caught Nnamdi Kanu? It was 8 days after that you and I got to know. If now us, now catch them now, for don't holla, we don't catch this person, we go bring them off. Yeah, le, karama, sapa, pa. Before you know it, the whole plan goes spoil. But these people have a way of keeping their plans well. Nnamdi Kanu was in Nigeria on Sunday, we know here. On Monday, we know here. Tuesday, we know here until in the afternoon. If now we have caught Ishekau, we go finish her. We go pa. No, they can call now. Please bring the call. I said they can call at any time, not until after this thing. They can call now. I can take calls now, please. Yeah, sure you get me. Put there. So, hello. Who is calling in? Yeah, hello. I can hear you. Please tell us your name and where you are calling from.
Okay, so I'm calling from Kanu. I am just talking of someone insulted you, Jasper, somebody Jasper.
Yeah.
So I insulted him back, and you go and remove me from the program.
Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry. Please, I thought, you know, the way it is appearing on my screen, it looked as if you were referring to me. So sorry about that.
No, I targeted him before. I targeted him with the insult now.
Okay, so sorry about that. I thought it was in reference to me. I didn't know it was you are referring to. So I cannot do that now that I'm online, but I will certainly bring you. What did you say the name is again? So sorry.
Okay, sir.
What did you say the name is again? Hello? So, now, this is something about this Biafra that I've come to conclude with my relationship in this WhatsApp group. I'll paste the link to the WhatsApp group so that anybody can join. It's an open WhatsApp group. Go there and say what you want to say. Mess, shit, nobody. It's an open group. No gloves, no holds are bad. Just punch anyhow. But I got to learn a lot of things. Number one, IPOB is an Igbo supremacist group. And I've come to understand these Igbo supremacists are mostly found in states like Abia, which Nnamdi Kanu comes from. The only thing that is in their mind is how to expand the Igbo race. So everything that they tell you that the Biafra is not an Igbo affair, it includes Yoruba, it's a lie. Now, don't kid yourself. And I'm talking to my Niger Delta people. Don't kid yourself. This agitator of Biafra know exactly the disadvantage, because very recently when the Northern youth said that, okay, they agree for a referendum, they said no, that the referendum must take place in the south, south, and southeast. The truth is that both the Fulani man and the IPOB Biafra, they have one target in mind, and that is the south-south, the wealth and access to the sea. That is just it. When they tell you that They are not interested in the south side. They are not interested in the oil. That is a big lie from the pit of hell. That is lie from the pit of hell. Now there's something else I've got to know, which led to the argument that necessitated that I want to make this video. I told him, I said, look, the moment you get Biafra, every other resident of Biafra that lives in Nigeria automatically becomes foreigners. The man said it's not true. How can you say that? And I told him that the moment you get Biafra, all foreigners of Biafra, we have to send them back. You have to apply to come back again. He said, he was laughing at me. It's not possible. Who told me that? It's not possible. That So what I saw in this whole Biafra thing is people who want to eat their cake and have it at the same time. You want to protect your land so that your land become exclusively for Igbos, but still have your brothers in other people's land and be chopping for other people's land. Whereas those people that you have your brothers left in their land have no access to benefit anything from your own land. These are people who will jealously guard Mugu. Thank you. HAP Desmond. This is the only thing Nnamdi Kanu has left in you. Abuses. Now, if you see people who resort to abuses, it's simply because the elasticity of their thought process is not able to stretch to match complex reasoning. That's why they cannot engage intellectual debate. If you don't know what you are saying, just keep quiet. Kevin Mario, bye-bye. Please keep identifying yourself so that we can be doing the necessary. You understand me? Look, these people lack humility. We said, come and discuss with the people you want them to be in the same country with you. You said no. One of them will say, humble to who? Humility to who? You cannot be. Fine. You just want us to pack our baggage because you wave the hand for us to follow. Then we pick our bag and start following you. We are Biafrans. We are Biafrans. We cannot do that. We know you need us more than, if as a matter of fact, we don't need you. We don't need you. Being a country with you, we just only make you leech on us. There is nothing we gain from being with you. We don't have anything with you. None of my Urobo brothers are in your place. So there's nothing they are benefiting from your place. Rather, it is your people who finds the need to always come to my area to make business. I said it in that group. I said, without the lands of other people, without the accommodation of other lands to Igbo people, you are nothing. You are nothing. Otherwise, stay in your land and become the billionaires that you say you have. There is nothing. So people who have nothing are the ones priding themselves, pumping themselves up. They are better than you. They are better than you. You want to make me feel inferior? Say, I'm begging money. I'm begging money. I have not asked anybody to give me money that I have one. I'm going to double it for you. I'm not a money doubler. I'm not a Yahoo. I don't call people this thing. If I have issues and I see you are my friend, I will say, oh boy, see, oh, things hard for me here. Oh. If you feel help me, you help me. And when you help me, you go about saying that Magnus begged me money. He begged me money. It goes to show how very, very low your mind psychology works. Very, very low. Yes, I have asked people to assist me for money. Not because I have challenges here in the north. I'm the only activist in the north. I have challenges. So when I meet a friend, I said, I have these challenges, please assist me. Then the next thing I say, you go about, say, you're going to expose me. You're going to expose me because I ask you to assist me with financial help. That is what you're going to expose me. Of course, I've called people to help me with money because I have challenges. But I have a job. I have a company. I have a registered company. I have my own personal website that is still existing. It takes money to keep a website on. I have my bank accounts, corporate bank accounts, personal accounts. If not for my involvement with this lousy, useless Biafran struggle, I would not be where I am today. I would not be faced with these challenges that I have today. So we have a Biafra that sees nothing other than the interests of Igbos and see how they can use other people to further augment that interest of the Igbo. You understand me? That is just what this thing is all about. They don't care about you. They don't have respect for you. They don't see you as anything. They ask if now this guy is telling me that when they have their Biafra, we cannot drive them from our land. How do you get your Biafra and then you still want to maintain your stay in my place? Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Marcos, good morning.
Yeah, please tell us your name and where you are calling from.
My name is James. I'm calling from Abuja.
Okay, fire on.
Magnus, you've been doing very well. I can attest to that. I've been following you for quite a long time. But at this point, I think you started deviating.
I'm not deviating, please. I'm still in the right path.
Are you ready to listen to me, or I just let you be?
Please speak. So sorry for interrupting.
Fine. You see, you've done so well in trying to unite not only the South, the Middle, and the tribes in the North. You've done very, very well in the past. But I don't think this is the right time for you to begin to castigate the Igbo race.
Please. This time I have to interject. I am not castigating Igbo race. I said from the beginning, Igbos in IPOB.
See, I think you should just learn to just listen to other people's opinions.
No, you are sending a wrong narrative. You say I'm castigating Igbos. I said Igbos in IPOB. Please correct that.
I called you.
No, you are sending a wrong narrative. Please. Thank you. Please, I am not castigating Igbos. But if that will make your penny still remain erect, fine. That's what it is. I've said it from the beginning. My quarrel is with Igbos in IPOB. IPOB is a vehicle of Igbo supremacy. Biafra is an Igbo expansionist agenda. How can I be? You want me to lure my people to be united with people who think of nothing about only themselves? You want me to lure the Urobos to come and become united with people who think of nothing but themselves? You have no space that you've created to accommodate us, but you want to occupy everywhere that belongs to us. You claim that you are buying it. You are buying it. You won't even say that it's hunger that makes us sell it. When we sell it, we begin to cry. Thank you, you have learned to us. So I'm telling every Urobo man, I've already cut him out, you understand me? You're trying to direct me in my own show. I'm the moderator of this show, so I can listen to you or not listen to you. It's my show. You understand me? Your own land, you keep it kakaraka to yourself. Nobody comes and get it how they want, but you are everywhere in the name that you are buying it off. Now that you've made that intention close, I am telling every Niger Delta man, be wary of who you sell your land to. Since they say that we are the ones selling this land, thank you. I am telling every Niger Delta man, be wary who you sell your land to, because the agenda of IPOB is the same agenda with that of Fulani, land acquisition. They are using different methods. The Hausa man, the Fulani man is using a crude method through Ruga, pathway, whatever, livestock bill, or what they want to use political power to get the land by force. The IPOB Igbos want to use money, the power of money, to get this land. So we have two forces trying to claim our land: the political power from the Fulani and the economic power from the IPOB Igbos. These are the two forces that are coming for your land. So you should wake up now and find a way to protect your land. It's not just Fulani. It's not just Fulanis. These are two forces. One is even cunning. The other one is blatant. The other one is blatant. It's not even hiding it. Go and talk with it. You say you cannot talk with them because they are beneath you. They are beneath you. And there is something else I want to add. You understand? You can threaten me all you want. You just man. You are used to this threatening. Now there's something else I want to add. Even to the IPOB member, they say Biafra is our only hope. Look, if the so-called Biafra comes today, there are many reasons why it can't work. There are many reasons why this Biafra will be worse than Nigeria. First and foremost, the people that are championing the agitation of Biafra are drug addicts, illegal immigrants, criminals, touts, garage boys, illiterates. These are the people that will fight and get a country for you. When this group of people sit down to now decide how this Biafra will be like, don't mind, these same people I've mentioned, they lack the stretch of their intelligence to stretch to the extent of critical thinking. They lack the intelligence to stretch to intriguing issues, so much so that... Hold on. Please don't call my direct line. You're going to disrupt. Now, this set of people that I have outlined lacks the intelligent strength or the elasticity of their intelligence to stretch and match topical critical reasoning or complexities associated with critical thinking. And therefore, this is why when they cannot stretch and match critical reasoning, they end up abusing or insulting you, because that is the only thing they can do. Don't when these people insult you, it comes out of pure inferiority complex. Pure inferiority complex. Now, when they see people like me, I don't have money. I'm not a rich person, but it doesn't dampen me. It doesn't kill my personality. I'm a proud man. I'm a human being. I'm an intelligent man. I'm a very sociable man. I'm very, very exposed. I can hold my own on any forum. I can hold my ground on any meeting. That should count for something. That should definitely count for something. You cannot try to dampen me because I don't have all this drug money, this trader money, this, or you can't dampen me. Life has more qualities than mere acquisition of financial wealth. Because I've said earlier on, you take this financial wealth, you find out that all you see left is just a void. Absolute nothing. Absolute nothing. And when people come to criticize you, the truth is that you need the South-South. Don't pretend about it. You need the South-South. This idea that your Igbos are in South-South, as the Igbos in the South-South say they want to go with you, a lot of them are reject. Wike, you say Wike is Igbo, but Wike said you shouldn't call him Igbo. There's a Chukudi Avuru here. He's an Igbo man, but he said he's not Igbo. Chukudi, please reply. Tell them if you are Igbo or not. He speaks Igbo, but he said he's not Igbo. His name is Chukudi. You keep attacking people that because your name is Oraka, therefore you are Igbo. Your name is Chukudi, therefore you are Igbo. You don't even respect the right of people to choose who they want to be. You are forcing them to accept an identity that you have carved for them. And you say you are going to give me a Biafra of peace, a Biafra of milk and honey. I've asked proponents of Biafra, please tell me or show me or give me a miniaturized example in the Southeast. Show me one local government or one community that will have excellent leadership, so much so that you are going to translate this leadership in the much acclaimed Biafra that you said you are going to show to us. Just one. Hello.
Hello, Magnus.
Yeah. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Michael. I'm calling from Lagos.
Okay. Please, let's hear your contribution.
I really appreciate what you're doing. Please, continue sensitizing our people. Please. These people are not different from Fulani. They are not different from Fulani. I really appreciate what you are doing and some other people are doing, like the likes of Igbos and civilian. And really, you guys are doing a fantastic job. And your job, people are getting it. Don't think you are doing it for nothing. People are, you people, the way the IPOB has brainwashed people. You people are working people conscious.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment.
Please, your effort is not wasted. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. Now, let me say something for those who think I hate Igbos. That's a very wrong narrative. I'm doing this thing because I just want to fight back. If you attack my people, I attack you back. You cannot be monopolizing the right to smear people's tribe, people's culture, and people's personality. What I do believe, though, is Nnamdi Kanu has destroyed a whole generation of Igbo race. These are youths whose Nnamdi Kanu has distorted history and have sowed a great deal of bitterness and pain in them. This is why the videos that have been sent to me, videos of youths chopping off people's penises because they've been identified to be saboteurs. Videos of youths running around with a roasted human head because he's identified to be saboteur. Youths burning up houses of their representative in the House of Assembly and killing and chopping off the head of their gate man because they are identified to be saboteurs. This is the first time in my whole life I am seeing people who claim to be fighting for freedom killing their own. Hello, please. Yeah, please tell us your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Harrison. I'm calling from Delta State. My name is Delta, brother. Good morning, sir.
Hey, area, how you doing?
How you, sir? Good morning, sir. How you doing, sir?
Taifu Gram.
Honestly, God will bless you, sir. I love your analysis. I love your analysis. You are doing a perfect job.
Thank you.
You are doing a perfect job. You are liberating people from the shackles of this mindset that this man has poisoned people with. Honestly, you are really doing a good job.
Do you believe that IPOB is an Igbo supremacist group?
Of course it is.
Do you believe that Biafra is an Igbo expansionist ideology?
Of course it is.
Okay, thank you very much.
It is. I really appreciate your efforts, sir. God will reward you.
Thank you, sir.
You are really doing a good job.
What do we do about the people threatening that they will show me, they will do me harm?
Oh, sir, they are just wasting their time in empty threats. They cannot do more than a dead rat. They are just wasting their time.
Okay.
That's what they do on social media, rant about calling people names. They cannot engage you on critical thinking. They think it's all about insults.
That is my problem. Nnamdi Kanu has made sure that these people are bereft of engaging in critical thinking. These are people.
As a matter of fact, sir, I consider that man to be like the fourth horseman in the Bible. That is considered as an angel of death in the southeast. That's what I consider him to be.
Do you know what? There's this video they sent to me whereby it's a live program. He was in the UK orchestrating the destruction of Lagos Airport, and he was asking.
I saw the video as well.
Can you imagine?
When he was giving orders that anywhere you see policemen,
kill him,
collect their guns,
and
engage security forces.
Can you imagine?
I mean, all these things are going to stand against you.
Can
Even
you
if
imagine?
they take it to ICC.
And then the young man, hold on. The young man was telling him that they've killed 5 of their own. He said, please don't tell me about, I don't want to hear about who they killed. Just tell me how many police you have killed. I want to hear how many police you have killed. Now, you're not mindful that 5 precious Igbo lives have been wasted. 5 precious Igbo youth, the leader of your future. The leader of...
The truth is, he has said more than that. I watched one of his videos when he was saying 2,000 heads must go down.
Yeah, I watched that video too.
Sir, let anybody sit down and think. Even if you are supporting this man for once, this man said this kind of thing. Please, I want to know, what family in Igbo land will give up 2,000 heads?
Of course, the 2,000 heads will not include his sister. It will not include his sister. It will not include any member of his family. Is
she part of the casualty in the south? No, she's not.
Of course. With all the janja, with the police that they are killing, tell me whether if those guys you are asking to kill police, if they see Nnamdi Kanu's sister, whether they will kill the sister too, because she's still in the police.
Exactly what I'm saying.
She's still with the police.
The man is nothing but an hypocrite. He has a sister in the system. You are asking them to kill uniform personnel, and your sister is not touched. How about that?
So, you know, like I told you, I have this WhatsApp group where it's an open group. It's a no hold barred. People, you can throw your punches without gloves. So everybody say what they say. So they didn't know that.
So WhatsApp, sir.
I will add you if you want me to add you. Just call me later.
Please, sir. I really appreciate.
They didn't know that we created that group to expose their mindset, and foolishly as they are, as stupid as they are, they come and they are pouring out their mind. They are telling you exactly what they do.
Honest with you, I've never knew the Igbos to be this
this radical,
this low and radical.
Very
they
true.
Used to be smart and intelligent, but they cannot engage you one-on-one on conversation, all because of Biafran or death. That's the slogan. Please, why are they not suffering death in the Southeast every now and then?
Do you know? They've been
killing in the Southeast.
Do you know the other part? Do you know the other part that annoys me? The idea that they keep saying they want to be free, and I've asked them, free from what? Do you know that right now in Nigeria, nobody enjoys the Nigerian system. As flawed as it is, nobody enjoys Nigeria like the Igbos.
Is a reality for everybody.
Let me drop this. Let me drop this because I'm talking to you, also talking to the audience. Let me drop this.
No problem, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Now, do you know that we have three powers of government? We have the political power, the economic power, and the social power. We only have a problem with our political system. The economic system, the Igbos are the ones enjoying the economic system 100%. They are still making their profits, even though the political system is bad. You are still making your profit 100%. For goodness sake, I'm living in Plateau State here. For those who are living in Plateau, we attest to the fact that the whole of Apata, a very large expanse of land, is occupied by Igbos. Rayfield, where you have some of the choicest houses, are owned by Igbos. Some of the best hotels, some of the best shopping malls, like in Rokuba Road, people are buying off and breaking up old houses and erecting shopping malls. Yes, it's a good thing, no doubt. We will not deny the fact. It's a good thing when you come and you are creating assets in a land. But to think that you are asking the people who gave you the environment to display your economic proficiency to be the one grateful to you, it's a reverse culture. It's a reverse mentality. In fact, if it's like me going to apply for a job in a company and I'm begging, please help me, get me, and then they give me the job. And after doing the job, I am now successful, I am bringing money to the bank, and then I'm asking the bank to appreciate me from coming there, forgetting that I came the first time to seek for employment. I need the bank just as the bank needs me. So to think that, I think the problem of all this thing is because these people tend to think just about themselves. It's just about me. It's just about me. Now, for people who claim, I think somebody, what's the phrase again? That's Igbos don't have king. For people who don't have king, who don't believe in kings, to say they will give you a country where there will be milk and honey is fallacy. Is the most hypocritic statement, it's the most hypocritic scenario that I'll ever think. Take a look at this scenario. You say you don't have king, which means everybody can behave the way they want. Nobody's going to caution you. Nobody's going to ask you or tell you that this thing you're doing is wrong. In the case where I have issues with you, there are no people I can go to as who will revere that they can settle us. We have a culture whereby if you have money, you can talk to your elders the way you want. You can even lock up your elders. You can even lock up your king. You can even change the king. If the king does not support you, you change the king and put another king. You have a culture where money determines everything. And you so believe that money is the only measure, is the only true measure of success. But I say and I tell you that Money is just one aspect. In fact, money does not even amount to the top 5 qualities of success. There are achievements that goes way beyond money. Wisdom, for instance, character, humility, aura of good presence, goodwill, honesty. These are qualities. You want, if you died, you just say, hey, when that man was alive, oh, Chief Maduka won. He was having plenty money. He had plenty money. He is the owner of Indubase Nigeria Limited. He is the owner of Chukwudi Nigeria Limited. He is the owner of import and exporting. That is all you want people to write on your epitaph? That is the only thing you want them to write? I want, if I die today, people should say, oh, when Magnus was alive, he was an epitome of wisdom. When he speaks, people nod their head in appreciation. Oh, Magnus was an honest man. If you give him 50 million, he will not run away with it. Please test me with 50 million. You will see I not go wrong with that. Now, Joko, because there was a video I made. Some people came and doctored it and said this is that. But all I'm trying to say is that there are better attributes than money. It's bullshit. Now, to wrap up this video, there is a grave danger. If an Igbo man is listening, enough of this arrogance. I don't know where this arrogance came from, whereby you feed on it. Arrogance is like a drug. Pride is like a drug. When you feed on it, you develop a tendency and a need to want more. Pride, they say vanity or pride is just a self-imposed vanity. You want people to see you as somebody, and when they hail you, oh, they go, you nod your head in appreciation, yes. You forget that you are just but sand. You're going to die and rot. There is nothing. This world is vanity upon vanity. You just build all this and build all this vanity. You're not taking them anywhere. So when you imbibe too much pride, it inhibits the ability to show humility. And all we are asking for is to see humility, which I think, in all honesty, we may never see, because you guys lack the capability to even display that. You don't have it. You can't give what you don't have. Everything you see is the ability, or everything you see is the fact that people around you are poor. They are lazy. They don't know how to make money. And because they can't make money, they are inferior to you. I has money. I has plenty money. I has money. It's bullshit to me. Absolute arrant nonsense. That you get your Biafra, but your people will still remain in my place. What kind of stupid, selfish ideology with that? You get your country exclusive for your people. Then you'll be leaving that country to go to spread to other people's place, to be tapping resources and be bringing back to your home. What kind of stupid ideology is that? You get your country and guard it very well from people not to. When one person comes and says, hey, Fulanis are taking over our bush, the same Fulanis that are taking over your bush, you are in their place doing business. You are in their place doing business. The biggest hotel in Katsina State is owned by your people. It's owned by an Igbo man. You are there. How many hotels is owned by a Fulani man in your place? That you are, just tell them that, well, we are ready to give you place to grace, but please pay rent. Our people who go to your place, they rent hotels and they pay rent. What you should be fighting for is that Fulanis that are grazing our land should pay rent. And to say that you are paying rent, and anytime we decide to terminate the rent, fine. But to say that in a country you want to go, fine. When the northern youth agree that you should go, they know what they are doing. But they just tested you. They know they don't want you to go, but it was a test. You now said, no, Southeast must include South, South, and Southeast. You want to take us by force. The robots there don't have a choice to decide whether they want to be Biafran. The Edos don't have a choice to decide whether they want to be Biafran. The Rivers man, just because he's answering Igbo names, doesn't have a choice to be part of Biafra. It will so shock you. That's so much referendum you are talking. It will so shock you. It's because you don't even know the implication of demanding for Biafra. That's why you're always shouting, ja, 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 ja. You think you get Biafra and still get your people remain in our place. Your resident permit in Nigeria will still be, because you were Nigerian before, you continue to remain Nigerian. How can you be demanding for Biafra and still want to be Nigerian? You have one leg in Biafra and one leg in Nigeria. It ain't gonna happen that way, bro. It is not the first time that countries are asking foreigners to leave. Uganda asked all Asians to leave Uganda and they left. Nigeria asked Ghanaians to leave Nigeria and all Ghanaians left. Remember, ever wondered where Ghana must go came from? It was a period in Nigeria when we asked all Ghanaians to leave Nigeria because their population was becoming too much. So also the same way, if you get your Biafra, we say, okay, Igbo must go. We start creating bag and building bag, and we name the bag Igbo must go. You don't weigh consequences. You just have a straight mind that this is what I want and that is what I must get. You're not weighing the consequences. You're not weighing the consequences. Nigeria has been fair to you. Very, very fair to you. Very, very fair to you. After the war, everybody has forgotten about the war. And I've told that we live together. The Yorubas have forgotten about the war. They've allowed you to in their places. You're doing business there. Nobody's harassing you. They are marrying your sisters and you are marrying them. You are in Delta State. Nobody's harassing you. You are in River State. Nobody's harassing you. You are in Sokoto State. Nobody's harassing you. You are in Borno State. Nobody's harassing you. Do you know that today, as bad as Borno is, if you ask an Igbo man to leave Borno to come to Imo, he won't come. What exactly do you want? Do you want everything? Do you want the economic power, political power, and social power before you are satisfied that yes, we are not being fair to we are fair to you? You want everything? For goodness sake, economic power is in your hand. That one, in the next 50 years, nobody's going to compete and take that away from you. You have that exclusively for yourselves. I am not saying that because you have that, you cannot have political power as well. But you have to negotiate for it. You have to fight for it. You have to employ political strategies to be able to get these things. You do not expect that because you cried and whine and cry and whine, people will just give it to you. You have no capacity to make friends with your neighbors. You keep looking down on them. So you think when you come for political power, the same people you show disdain and contempt for will not put their fingers and vote you in. You keep abusing the Yorubas. Yorubas are tribalistic. Look, in this recent political dispensation, the Yorubas have shown very, very classic political approach. I respect them. I doff my hat for them. They've displayed the best political classic approach. They don't kill themselves. They don't whine and cry. They have ability to think. Yes, we have Muslims in Yoruba land. We have Christians in Yoruba land. We have traditional religious practices in Yoruba land. But when it comes to the interests of Yorubas, they find a way. We have different political parties in Yoruba land. But when it comes to the interests of Yorubas, they have a way of living above these distractions. And the Odua interest supersedes. We don't have that in our place. South or Southeast, we don't have that. Yeah. They do the I told you, you have to evolve the ability to think from here. Because when you think from here, if it comes from here, it becomes wisdom. But when you think from here, or you think from your stomach, when it comes from here, it becomes vomit. The only thing that comes from the stomach through the mouth is vomit. The only thing that comes from head through your mouth is wisdom. So I rather think before I talk, because it's always going to come out as wisdom. But when I allow this place to do my thinking, it's going to come as garbage, as vomit. That's exactly what most IPOB do. So Fulanis are collecting our land. Fulanis are collecting our land. Yes, it's an agenda, but you have the same agenda as well. So you cannot be distracting me to say Fulanis are collecting your land, Fulanis are collecting your land, and justify you doing the same agenda because you are paying money for it, because you are buying it, and therefore it is justifiable. We don't have money. We don't have money. You are a foreigner in my place. There's what we call tenement. The fact that you are building a house, you know, government will say you pay tenement for 50 years. After 50 years, government reserve the right to say, okay, this property will pay you and collect it. Nobody has exclusivity to land. Nobody has exclusivity. Nobody has exclusivity to land. In case you don't know, go and study the law of land. Nobody has the federal government or the state government at every point in time has exclusivity to that land that you occupy. You're occupying at a certain point. At one point you renew it. So don't say if you have C of O, you still renew it. It's not indefinite. So this bullshit and this wrong narrative should be corrected. This narrative should be corrected. You don't just... How can you be showing constant disrespect to your neighbors and you want us to support you and you want us to go with you? Because every day I see people telling me that we are nothing compared to them, that our people are still wearing pants and walking with barefoot, that it is their forefathers that came to my village and deposited their sperms. That is why I'm answering Oraka. And that I don't know my forefathers, I don't know my history. I'm an Igbo man answering Igbo name because of the sperm. My mothers didn't have men in our village, so they offered their body anyhow, and then I was formed. Can you imagine this, the kind of thinking? Like the other man said, I grew up believing that Igbos are classy people, but with today's event that Nnamdi Kanu has, in fact, I want to be thankful to Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu has exposed a whole lot about Igbo character. A whole lot. Abba, what nonsense is this? Pride, arrogance. Do you know me? A whole me. A whole Chief Maduka one. I has plenty money. I will lock you up and throw the key away. When you have a society where everybody claims to be superior, that society is going to be chaos. That is why when we say, okay, you become Senate president, we ended up having 5 senators in 4 years. Because everybody wants to be king. Everybody wants to be number one. And these same people with this character say they want to give you a country where there will be milk and honey. Such a mindset, such a character will only produce chaos. It will even be up to 2 days. Let me even give you an example. Let's say, okay, they said, we want to talk tomorrow. Let every man choose one person that will speak on behalf of everybody. Before morning, the Robos would have brought somebody who will speak for them. Before morning, the Yorubas would have brought one man who will speak for them. Before morning, the Hausas would have brought somebody who will speak for them. Before morning, the Fulani would have done so. But I tell you, before morning, we will see 5 people dead from the east because they will be fighting who will represent the Igbos. They can't come to that conclusion. Who is going to speak for us? And you say these people will give you a Biafra that will be filled with milk and honey. And when you point their mind to these harsh realities, they say you hate Igbos. It's funny. I didn't know that this was what these are the people I was trying to join, to say I wanted to reconcile with Urobos. It will be the biggest and most terrible mistake to say that we are living together. There's no way. There's no way. You will just... When somebody can say, go and burn that police, go and kill that man, that is one tribe to the same tribe. They imagine me that you deem minority, that I'm not up to the people in Nsuka, and I now dare to shout that no, we don't want this thing in Biafran land. I don't want that. They say, who is that man shouting? Oh, is that Urobo man in Urobo talking? Go and kill him and kill his family. Join. That's the Biafra you are telling me I should join. And that cannot happen. I cannot encourage the Urobos to be Urobo when you meet an because Kokoko meet kitne me to tak pare otai Biafra ko ne iho robo etine anyewe wa kero iho na wamre na diho avasa diare akasa dia viko na ka kasa dia vare and when I bribe zige when I bribe mamo I na wa iho robo ka wa saka I di go vovu, I dey move vovu. You 12 na I go Biafra. So I tenoma. I rote otaware. I kasa moto I go carry oto Biafra. Oto robodo to Biafra. But me you know e mo wa kere efe wa no go isoko Biafra ve fai Igbo no kyokori hwe Igbo na ne awai di Biafra biko watu taka we sirora erora ye Biafran or that we have to protect our land from anybody, whether it is Fulani, whether it is IPOB. They all carry the same agenda. We have to protect ourselves from these people. This is my humble opinion. If there's anybody who wants to call in, fine. Even if you want to insult me, call and insult me. It's okay with me. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I didn't prepare to make this video. You see, I'm not even properly dressed. I just sat down the way I felt moved, because you don't just take a swipe at my people and don't expect a response. That if anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, I'm not the one who arrested Nnamdi Kanu. I said IPOB is a terrorist group. By definition of terrorism, I said yes, it is indeed a terrorist group. They are chopping off people's penises. They are raping people and cutting off their necks. They are burning police stations. They are killing police. They are killing army. They are killing this. That is terrorism, for goodness sake. The person who you kill is police is a father to somebody, a husband to somebody. Those families are going to be without fathers. The police you are burning, you have taken out security operation in that place, giving room to crime to be on the rise. When you go and break prison and set people free, you are increasing the rate of crime. And that is what you expect when you make freedom fighting, the people who decide freedom fighting to be touts, drug pushers, immigrants, illegal immigrants, mechanic, illiterates. This is what you have. You have a chaotic society where nothing happens and nothing works well. So when you come, I talk, you say you want to threaten because that's only what you... It's bullshit. I feel bad. I also feel bad for the... You see, when I make this video, I decided I'm going to be brave about it. Because if I have at the back of mind the very good Igbo people that have been nice to me, I cannot say anything. Because the truth is that there are very, 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 very nice Igbo people. Very, very nice. But they are not in control of the present situation. They've allowed the touts and the rogues to take charge of the situation of the Igbos. To the point that the elders can't even talk. The governors can't even talk. So whatever that is due for Nnamdi Kanu, if it's okay by the evidence available for him to be freed, let him be freed. But if he's going to be convicted by the evidence available, he should face this thing. That's my stand. I am not biased towards him. But if he's guilty of any crime, he should face it. So I think I've said more enough and nobody's calling in. I want to say thank you for listening. If I've said anything that has offended you, it was not intentional. They are my opinions, and my opinions can be wrong. And if it is wrong and it has offended you, I'm sorry. Thank you for listening, and have a blessed day. Adios.